Yo, still bills, what's the deal, man? It's motherfucking Friday. I'm heading to the crib, ready to go enjoy this little vacay getaway for the weekend, man. But peep game, man, I got some shit that I want to get off to my chest, man. And that's man, I haven't really been invested in this whole Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney situation. I haven't been making video after video about it because I've honestly grown. I was exhausted of it right out the gate, man, because I just felt like, just Ryan wasn't mandatory for Devin Haney at 135 pounds, not necessarily 140. It wasn't necessarily a fight that necessarily needed to be had for Devin Haney. There were bigger fish to fry, if you ask me. You dig? And he chose to fight Ryan Garcia, and I thought he was going to walk right through Ryan Garcia, and he didn't walk through Ryan Garcia for whatever reasons. All right, cool. He's not as defensively sound as we would like to believe that he is, but Ryan also cheated. So, the next fight that them dudes fighting it could be pretty massive if they keep up the charades that they're playing now. But I was just never really fully interested in the fight, you dig? Like, Ryan showed me who he was after the Tank fight. Not even the Tank fight, after the, what fight was that? The Luke Campbell fight, where he just really just started plummeting as far as, continuing to ascend and come into his own as a fighter. He didn't get to that level because he just doesn't have it in him to be that, to be a champion or anything like that. So we get through all the antics and everything we go through today, as of 2 months ago, and all the bullshit that he went through, the scheming, to promote and sell the fight. And now here the fuck we are, where he got to sit down for a year, and I'm just kind of exhausted of it, man. Because I'm just like, man, like, I'm irritated with Devin still because the Lomachenko loss, or the Lomachenko loss, and the fact that this dude feels that his worth is a lot more than what it is. And that's really what I want to dive into, man. I didn't hear much about, I know he was mad that Eddie Hearn didn't bid on the fight for him and Sandor Martin or whatever. And he felt some type of way about that. And naturally, just the Americans still have a level of disdain for Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and all of these, these European fighters and these European conglomerates, whether it's Frank Warren with Queensberry or it's Eddie Hearn with Matchroom, and they just still have this level of venom that they spew at them. So anytime they get an opportunity to take a dig at Eddie Hearn, they're going to do it. So Devin Haney said what he said. Oh man, that's nasty work, or whatever the case may be, as it pertains to this Sandor Martin and Devin Haney fight, and everybody jumped on it. And I was in a position of where I could hear, I was listening. Shout out Julius in the panel, Ring IQ. I got in a position to hear what it is, hear Eddie Hearn's side of it because he did a video on it, and what he had to say about it was 150% on the ball. Like, dog, you are wanting a bigger bag than what it is that you are worth. If if you felt this fight was worth as much as you think it is, why didn't your promotional company put the funds up to, to fund the fight? He was like, we can get you a fight with you and Liam Powell. I'll pay for that fight. And he said they didn't even get a response back after he sent that message out. You dig what I'm saying? It's, and I don't know, like, I don't know if, maybe he was feeling like, man, we ain't fucking with that nigga, man. Fuck that nigga. He got me fucked up, or whatever the case may be. So it's something that he'll come back to later on down the line. Or could it be that, all right, this dude just beat the dude who just killed somebody, and now I gotta go. The only way you're gonna pay for me to fight is if I fight that motherfucker right there. You dig? Is it a risk worth taking? You dig? I don't know. So, but either way, it looks funny style because it's like you aren't going to get whatever it is that you're expecting for a Sandor Martin fight, and the fact that this dude is even talking about, yo, man, Ryan Garcia, just my value was at an all-time low because of that fight, so he's suing him for that or whatever the case may be, and yada yada. And it's like, my nigga, I don't know what made you think that you was in a position like your marquee value and your worth as a pugilist was as high as it was to start putting your fights behind paywalls. Like, we had to start paying $80, $70 to see you fight. My nigga, no, you are not that guy. You never were in life. But fuck all that shit. Y'all finna, we putting this shit on pay-per-view. Regis Prograde, pay-per-view. Lomachenko, pay-per-view. Ryan Garcia, pay-per-view. And if we being real, none of these fights are pay-per-view fights. Even with a Ryan Garcia attached to it, that's not no pay-per-view fight. That's not no pay-per-view fight. But none of that shit mattered, you did, because it was about, just for some, y'all still have this mindset that every fight has to be put on pay-per-view. Any halfway decent fight needs to be put on pay-per-view. This is a boxing after dark quality fight. You niggas are not megastars, man, and what you just your whole aura has just become whiny now, bro, and it's fucking exhausting and disgusting to listen to it. This crop of fighters, bro. I don't know, like y'all are, some bratty motherfuckers, man, some diva-like ass niggas. Even Shakur Stevenson, man, like, come on, man, like y'all, can we restore boxing back to its glory days, man? Can we restore boxing back to its glory days? You motherfucker. Now I get, Shakur Stevenson is a little bit. I understand his plight because he was looking to fight Frank Martin. He was locked in, and Frank, at the end of the deal, ended up backing out of the deal, or whatever the case may be. And he's aggravated behind that. It's a little bit more understandable with him, man. But even him, he's up at, I'm about to retire, and this and that and the third. And you're looking for reasons to, to alleviate yourself from how you looked in your last fight against De Los Santos. Now, granted, did you have a broken hand? Yeah, that's what you were saying, but your hand wasn't broke in front of Nicotila, bro. It wasn't broke. It wasn't broke. You have no problem turning the fight negative when you're in front of somebody who can put your lights out. You dig? You're a lot more, you're mad that other people ain't necessarily understanding the sweet science. No, we get the sweet science, but we also pay to see, we're tuning in to see someone get their shit knocked off. You know what I'm saying? I want to see a nigga lips in the middle of the ring. That's what I want to see. We're not getting that. We don't get that from you. And because we don't get that from you, the least you can do is fight like you're trying to give us that. You dig? The running around the ring, you dig? Double-digit punches throughout, landed throughout the fight, bro. That's filthy work right there. Teofimo, another one, man, a fucking head case. The minute he beat Lomachenko, he just thought he reached the top of the mountain, which in technically, in all actuality for that division, he did. He reached the mountaintop. All right, now I can, pay me more money. I need more money. I need more money. I need more money. I need more money. Then you get George Kambosos, you get beat by George Kambosos, and now it's the dudes who put the money up to actually get the fight over the line for you. They paid you to lose. Or it was their fault. They lost, they paid the judges and all that. Fam, you lost the fight. What are we talking about? I don't even need to go into what the fuck is going on with Ryan Garcia, man. Tank, just pause. As far as Tank is concerned, man, like, just all the wild and deviant, just some goofy shit that you've been doing, it's really ridiculous, man. And I don't even think gives a fuck who he fights, and that's his problem right there. You dig? Like, he don't give a fuck who he fights. But even when he does give a fuck who he fights, he's doing shit like putting double weight stipulations on him, man. Just diva-like, and just like, yo, y'all dudes are becoming petulant children, man. As grown men. Petulant children. Devin Haney, and this is just really like with just this whole preserving your old shit, man. This is the result of all of this shit right here, man. Look at how depressed and discouraged these dudes are getting over losing a fight. Now, in Devin, I'm a little bit more sympathetic towards Devin Haney in the sense that, the dude that I did lost who popped dirty for PEDs. That is a bit more understandable. I don't understand why you feel some type of way about that, but that's some shit that you should be turning to, like, anger and animosity. Not necessarily, man, I'm gonna take a year off of boxing. Man, come on, man. Come on. I'm gonna spend some of my money. Maybe you should spend some of your money. The way you was getting your bells rung in that fight, maybe your body does need that type of rest. Maybe. But come on, man. Still, I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna take a year off of boxing. And in that year, who are you gonna fight? In that year, you're looking to line that shit right back up with Ryan. Because you already said let's run that shit back. So you're gonna take a year off of your career. Man, y'all do not get time back. I really need motherfuckers to understand that shit. Y'all do not get time back. You cannot rewind time. If I could rewind time, I'd stay at my, let me see, at my physical peak, like as far as like my build, I was probably 28 years old. I'm close to where I was when I was 28 years old because, like I lost 20 pounds in 2 weeks because of this diabetes thing. So I'm about 208 right now. 28, I was 200 pounds solid. I felt at my best at that point in time. But I can't rewind that time back. You can't get that time. Ain't no such thing as going back. This ain't fucking Back to the Future, man. We ain't in the fucking end game with the Avengers. We're not in the end game where we can roll back in the time. We can't do that. And y'all just refuse y'all have a small window to amass a certain amount of wealth. And y'all just do goofy shit like, I'm going to just take the year off. Man, no, bro. You cannot afford to take a year off unless your body is telling you to. But I'm getting the feeling it's your pride that's telling you to take a year off because you just can't stomach the fact that you lost. Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, we have to get out of this mindset of this importance of your own. Maybe you come back stronger than what you did when you fought Ryan. You dig? But just you are a dude who just feels his worth is higher than what it is, man, and it's not. You want some, man? Listen, you and Sandor Martin's fight is going to be a snooze fest. It would be the same way if you fought Richardson Hitchens. It'll be the same way if you fought Jack Catterall. Those are going to be snooze fests because you fighters are naturally counterpunchers. So it's like, who's going to take charge and lead the dance? And I don't think that's just something that you're going to want to do. You'll probably be a lot more, or Sandor Martin will be a little bit more reluctant to do it with you because he's not as big a puncher as you are, but you're not a big puncher as is anyway. You're a bigger puncher than him, but you're not a big puncher. So maybe you do lead the dance, but just on your fighting identity you're a natural counterpuncher and a back foot fighter. Half steps back off the jab. Floyd, man, oh shit, I'm slick. I'm top, man. You can't be mad at Eddie Hearn for not wanting to put up money to see that fight, fam, especially when you allegedly have your own promotional company. You dig? I just, bro, you are becoming a whiny little dude. Crying, man. That's nasty work. How is nasty work because a motherfucker don't want to blow money to pay for a fight that he's not gonna get no sort of return on? That makes no sense. That's illogical. Because if that was the case, you would be putting the money up. All that a seismic amount of your purse should be going towards building that company up. DHP Promotions, but it's not. Maybe it is. I don't know. And if it is, it ain't enough for you to pay for the fight. It ain't enough for you to make an investment with you and Sandor Martin because it ain't enough worth an investment that it's not worth that investment. You looking for other motherfuckers to invest that shit. And then for him to say that they talk, yo, man, shit, I'll pay for you and Liam. No response back to him, man. That's daunting right there. Y'all are becoming kids. Man, y'all, Nas. Second Childhood by Nas. That's speaking to, at least the title, not necessarily the content in the song, but the title was speaking to y'all, man. It's just really getting to know, like, bro, this the American, like, y'all dudes really got to get y'all head out y'all asses, man. That's another dude's channel that I was watching, man. Cali X Boxing. Shout out to Cali X. We're getting laps. The world is catching up to us, and y'all don't seem to give a fuck about none of that shit because y'all feel like we're so far ahead of everybody else still. Japan has the same amount of champions as us, bro. Japan. Y'all won't think much of it because y'all don't watch the lower divisions. Y'all don't give a fuck about a Junto Nakatani. Y'all don't give a fuck about a Takuma Inui. Y'all don't give a fuck about a Kazuto Ioka. Y'all don't care about these dudes. Y'all don't care about Tanaka. Y'all don't care about them dudes. Y'all care about the glamour divisions, 35 to 47, maybe 60, 68. Those are the divisions that y'all care about. And then y'all skip like heavyweight and cruiserweight and jump right into heavyweight. The glamour divisions, man. You dudes is different, man. You dudes is different. But my point is, the world is catching up to us, man. The world is catching up to us. And if Japan is in a position to match us belt, for belt, belt for belt, how much longer you think it'll be before they start producing talent at 135 pounds, 100, 140, 100, 147, 154, 160, 168, 75, cruiserweight? How long do you think it'll be before? Because it ain't like, yo, shit, look at Zhang. Zhang is within title contention right now, bro. Ryota Murata was a champion at 160 pounds. What are we doing? You dudes just little kids. Little kids. Y'all just, it's really aggravating watching how y'all operate. Devin Haney thinking bro, y'all niggas are not superstars. You're not a superstar, bro. You're not. Niggas do not give a fuck about you like that. Even when you fought Regis Prograis up there in San Francisco, man, like Bill Haney, y'all minds are so warped that Bill Haney was questioning the numbers on the pay-per-view buys. Ain't no way we did that amount, that less, that little bit of pay-per-view. Yes, it is, because nobody knows Devin Haney. You're not a fighter enough. You don't have a built-in enough fan base to where you should start paying. Niggas got to start paying to see you fight. You're not that guy. Like, y'all dudes is mentally brittle, man. Niggas keep talking about retirement and all that shit, and y'all niggas is in y'all mid-20s. I'm about to retire, dude. I'm done with this shit. They is frustrated. Jared Anderson, man, I'm about to retire. Man, come on. Are y'all representatives of us or what? Are y'all not representatives of American sports? Just real deviant and diva-like behavior, man, and just petulant kids because you lost. Take that aggravation and pent up anger you got built up towards Ryan Garcia popping dirty, and let that be the fuel to get you over the line and possibly knock him out. Naturally, of course, I ain't saying go in there, you match it, yo, man, he tested for Austrian, so you go to, no. You don't need all the, man, sharpen up your IQ. Now you know you've been in there with him, so you know what and what not to do. You force him to come and see you. The minute you planted your feet, that spelled doom for you. There should not be a time in the rematch where you end up on the rope. You keep that fight mid-ring, because you can spin him all night long at the middle of the ring, because he doesn't have the feet to stay in front of you, man. You start working on your game plan right now. You let that shit fuel you for the rematch, man. Stop all this little sucker shit. I'm gonna take a year off. For what? Nasty work, Eddie, because he don't want to pay to see you on Sandor Martin. Man, no. I wouldn't mind seeing the fight, because I think it's a good fight. And I think it's time Sandor Martin really make his claim at 140 pounds, which I think he did with Teofimo Lopez. I think he did, but I think he would make a big, I think he'd make a bigger claim to fame if, in front of someone like a Devin Haney who matches his skill set. It was easier to walk Teofimo in the counter shots and all that shit, because Teofimo just doesn't have good feet. But you can really make your bones off of fighting Devin Haney. I wouldn't mind watching that fight, but it's not no fight that's for, unless a promoter just got drag amounts of show like that, they willing to come out of pocket to pay for it, because it's just not an interesting fight. It's going to be a snooze fest. But your head up your ass thinking that you're worth more than you are. You can't see the forest through the trees, man. It's Eddie's fault because he don't want to pay to see that, to pay for that fight. Y'all should do that shit in the COVID arena, bro, because nobody is gonna be interested in that fight. And once again, the fact that he said, "I'll pay for you on Liam Prado," no return on the message. And after he said that, man, y'all dudes is a trip, bro. Y'all dudes is a trip, man. good riddance to Ryan Garcia. I really don't want to. I really don't give a fuck about that dude. Devin Haney. I got my gripes with you, but you're still a fighter. I feel still has a lot of potential and could do, achieve a lot more things, more so than what you already have in the ring. You dig? It was talks of you and Mario Barrios moving forward. I wouldn't mind that fight. I wouldn't mind that fight at all. I wouldn't mind that fight at all. But at this point in time, you dig, if you're showing lackluster power at 140 pounds, man, you're gonna show that much more lackluster powers at 147 pounds. So certain shit you just really need to start. You really need to start learning how to stay disciplined in the fight and stick to a game plan, and learning that I can't trade with this dude, so I have to use my feet. And what you using your feet, really work on sharpening your honing in your counter punching skills that much more, pumping out the jab, one, doubling, tripling up on the jab, 1-2-1s, double jab 2-1. You need to start doing that now, cultivating that shit now, getting that shit worked into your muscle memory. So when you jump up there, you're able to compete with the wolves up there, with the big punchers up there. You can't do that with a year off. You're talking about come back at the weight that I want to come back at. What does that mean, bro? Y'all dudes are kids, man. Little fucking kids. It's annoying, man. It's annoying. It's annoying. I'm gonna take a year off, spend my money. If your body is telling you that because you just need a year off or so, all right, cool. But don't let it be your pride telling you that, because you living up under this fantasy that if you don't have your O intact, then the rest of your career is a fallacy. Y'all playing yourselves, and you just, oh my god, man. I really need us to come up out of this mindset. Oh, American, 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 American. Man, nah, bro. Come up out of that mindset. Please come up out of that mindset. Please come up out of that mindset, so we can move on to greener pastures, because this shit ain't it. This shit ain't it at all, man. Y'all gonna look brazy when these Euro bums that y'all like to castigate all the time, when they start catching up to us and having belts and all that. It's gonna be a bad day for y'all. Gonna see a bad day. Y'all gonna see a real bad day. And I just love good boxing, man. So if they're in a position where they can give us competition, offer us competition, and bet, I'm all for it. But it's y'all niggas who ain't, man. So it is what it is, man. I am going in here to get ready for my trip out of town, and I will see y'all when I get back in the next couple of days, man. So y'all be easy, yo. Deuces.